Happy Saturday. Don't forget today is the time change. We're going to fall back. We're going to fall back tonight. So I watched Peter Mon's video. I think it was a couple days ago. He does several videos per day. And apparently his fan base asked him to cover a specific topic. And he covered it at their request, right? And then got a bunch of hateful comments about it. Sorry about that, Peter. That sucks, man. Um, I generally will set my videos like the ones that I do that are reaction commentary. I will set them in advance to me having to approve the comments because I know how y'all roll on YouTube. Most of you are great. Most of you are great, and you actually just want to discuss the topic, and you're kind of in line with me and stuff. But some of you are not discussing the topic. You're coming on my videos and saying you're so negative and you don't know anything about this. And um, look, I'm a parent. I'm discussing it from the perspective of a parent, a grandparent, and I never have said that I'm a health professional. I'm not. But also, okay, so for example, it seems like the eugeniacs are the ones coming after me, right? There's struggling with an eating disorder is obviously very challenging, and it is a mental health disorder. But what I'm saying when I cover this topic of Eugenia Cooney is that she has a greater responsibility as an internet celebrity because she has a huge audience of very young people, right? And she's setting very unhealthy um, expectations for young girls because her first and primary focus on her challenge is to be like a beauty channel, doing makeup. And she's surrounding herself with some of the most horrible people ever. Like some of these internet TikTok battles that she's been doing, that oh lordy, it's Jordy has been covering. These people have no conversation. They have no substance, and the only time they do talk about things is when they're promoting beauty products, right? So I don't really understand the purpose of these because they're just getting money from little kids. They're getting money from little kids. And then, she'll dress up, dance around, put her makeup on and stuff, and create this completely unrealistic expectation for children. So, do I have an opinion on her being a grown ass adult and manipulating children? Yeah, I do. I do. There's been a few other content creators that have been causing chaos lately that I haven't really covered. Like one of them was the SSS Sniper Wolf, who apparently has a rap sheet and tried to stalk and terrorize one of her internet rivals at his home, threaten his family by doxing him on her Instagram channel. And YouTube tried to protect her and do nothing, despite the fact that uh, a lot of us have received strikes or warnings for much lesser offenses. things like reacting to content that I guess was like highly copyrighted, and they've got like some sort of special deals with YouTube. Singing the wrong song for karaoke, right? Don't sing any Prince, you guys. Don't sing any Prince. Um, but she can dox her rival. I've been doxxed by a man that was sexually harassing me. It's not cool. Not cool. Yes, there are public documents out there about everybody. If you're a homeowner, if you've ever had a court case, there's public documents out there that might have your address and phone number on it. Does that mean that it's acceptable to pay to get a copy of that document or use a data mining service to get that personal information about somebody and then start circulating it online? Because I've used background check information before as well, and it says straight up that this is just for research purposes. You are not allowed to stalk or harass anybody with it. You're not allowed to dox people with it. And, you're not, especially if they have like a criminal record and they're not a celebrity. If you're a celebrity, you fall under different um, terms, basically, when it comes to like your criminal history. But not when it comes to like your home address and your phone number and shit like that. That's not okay to like start circulating online. Um, what are some of the other ones that are going on right now? I've been covering the Ruby Frankie and Jody Hildebrandt stuff, and we're already in November, and it sounds like they still don't even have a bond hearing set. This is not going to go well for them if it's taking this long. I think their best bet is to make some sort of plea deal at this point, because how do you say, well, I didn't mean to tie the kids down to the floor and stop feeding them? How do you get around that, right? They're going to have to make some sort of plea deal, because if that goes to trial, they will never see the light of day again. They'll be in prison for the rest of their lives. If they make some sort of plea deal, they might, I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I'm not an attorney. I can't tell you how many years that they're potentially facing at this point. Um, for those of you who feel it necessary to comment on React channels with, I hate your channel, I'm sorry I came across your channel, keep scrolling. You don't need to look at my videos. You don't need to look at my React videos if you don't like it. For those of you who give me the positive, warm comments and engage in conversation like intelligent people, I salute you. I appreciate you, and I'm so glad to have you participate with me. But if you're here just to be a eugeniac and drop uninformed bullshit on my comments feed, it's just gonna get deleted. You do realize this, right? Like, it's a total waste of your time. You're the one taking the time to type that out. It only takes me one click of a little trash can to get rid of it. Not my problem, right? So, what have some of the other ones been this year? We've had Illuminati self destruct because, she had all that shit in her background, and it probably would have stayed there if she just hadn't gone to toe on Twitter with legal, right? Accused him of she accused him of stealing her work, some sort of kind of like canned edit transition that like is available to anybody who has a video editing platform. And because of that, like everybody she had ever offended in the last like 5 years dogpiled her. Sorry, girlfriend. Um, who else we got? Oh, I just watched one where this Carly who disappeared. Not the same one as on the East Coast. This is a gal that it looks like she was having like a mental breakdown. There is a video out now where there's a couple of dirt bikers in the middle of the California desert who they're in the middle of nowhere for the most part. And they drive by what looks like Carly just walking alone through the desert holding something. And when she initially disappeared, a lot of the people who saw her walking away from her home, near her home, said that they saw her holding a piece of paper. They don't know what was written on it, but the accounts are so different though because they all saw her in like different clothes. I don't know if she was taking clothes off as she was going along or what, but that poor girl is either dead or wandering around somewhere in the desert. I don't know how she would have survived, but so I don't know. That's an interesting case too. I might cover that one at some point because that's an interesting true crime case. Um, I feel like there's one more that's like slipping my mind. There's the Jeffree Star bullshit where he's using Eugenia Cooney to sell makeup. And we don't know if they had some sort of falling out or something. She's apparently gone to Massachusetts with her mom, of course, because her mom's constantly monitoring her. Um, I don't know if they're visiting family or if maybe she is hearing the feedback. Maybe she's reading the comments on her live stream every day. And it's finally gotten her to the point where she's like, okay, I gotta take some steps. Hopefully that's the case because, you know, when people come on my channel and they're like, you don't understand anorexia. Well, most people who are actually battling that disease are doing it in the privacy of their life. They're not doing it online in front of kids. So it's not going to be the same sort of intervention when you have a very rich individual who is enabled by everybody around her and she has a children audience. Not the same thing. And Jeffree Star is one of those enablers. So is Rich Lux, the crazy clown. If you look at his channel, that guy is posting video after video after video trying to make money off the back of his supposed friend, right? Every one of those videos is monetized. And on top of it, he's selling product on his video as well. These are horrible people. That's all the content you got? I thought you all were beauty influencers. That's the best you can do is just use this girl to try and raise money and sell products? Plus, on top of it, I just watched Swoop's old video from like 2 years ago where it's 2 years ago, so it predates the Colleen Ballinger apology, but it covers lots of apologies. It's an older video on her channel, and Jeffree Star's on it. I did not know that he had to apologize for racism. I didn't know that a lot of those content producers had to apologize for previous racist statements or actions or things that were targeted against the LGBTQIA. But I was happy to see that not a single one of those people that were making those apologies were people I had ever heard of until very recently, and I had never watched their channels before. But what's scary is that your kids might. My kid probably doesn't because he's 29. And his kids don't because they're 3 and 1, right? But if you have teenagers, they might be watching these people. And if they're out there saying racist things and making impressions of other ethnic groups, um, making fun of the LGBTQIA, they're doing stuff like that. What are you doing to combat it? What are you doing as parents to combat that kind of information getting to your kids? Anyway, have fun this Saturday, you guys.